Hello there, welcome to Simon's Shed and welcome to another layout update on the Severn Valley Railway, which is, as you may already know, my N-gauge version that I'm building of part of the Severn Valley Railway. So yes, I made a bit more progress, did some more work on Arley station, so I will update you on that shortly and talk about what we're going to do next. But yes, it's been a while since the last update. I really got back into it after a good break, and then unfortunately my son Oliver fell ill, picked up a bit of an ear infection and didn't get any better. So yeah, after about a week the doctor said, right, he needs to go to hospital. So he ended up in hospital for 3 days on a drip and the full works. So yeah, we had to stay in with him, but he's all better now. As I say, he came out after 3 days and he's fully recovered now, but it did sort of bring things to a grinding halt in terms of the layout progress, as obviously, you know, that was the priority. But once again, we're getting started again, getting moving again. So I'll show you my progress in a sec. Another thing which delayed things before Oliver ended up in hospital, we went on holiday. We went to a wedding in Wales and tagged on another week in Portmaddock on the end of that. So weather wasn't great, but still had a lot of fun, and we did visit the Festiniog Railway. So that was very exciting because I had my first cab ride. So let's take a quick look at that first. So we actually visited twice. On the first time we travelled the whole length of the line, and really is a beautiful line to travel on. Weather wasn't the best, as you can see, but had some nice food afterwards. But yeah, then on another day, because we were staying in Portmaddock, we visited the station again at Portmaddock, and they were doing cab rides, and I've never had a cab ride on any loco before. So me and the kids climbed aboard, as you can see, and it was all very well organised and very friendly. And yeah, got to ride in the cab, and Oliver got to pull the whistle, which I was highly jealous of. It was a bit of a last minute thing, so I didn't get too much footage of it. A great experience, and to be honest, itching to get on the controls and ask questions and pull levers myself. I'll have to do I know they do at the Severn Valley Railway, they do sort of driver experience days, footplate sessions. I'll have to get on one of those one day. But yeah, fun experience, and thoroughly recommend the Festiniog Railway in Wales if you haven't been.
Ollie, today.
Okay, let's take a look at the layout. One thing I meant to mention last time, actually, I did spot it. Meant to mention it, but I've now, since the last video, figured out what's happened. So this tarmac here is just paper printed with the scalescenes.com tarmac sheet printout. This is actually exactly the same printout, and as you can see, they're completely different colours. Now I know I did a bit of weathering on this, and I may have messed with the colours on the computer before I printed it out, but it definitely didn't start out that sort of bluey green colour. So yeah, that is a bit worrying. The rest of the bridge seems okay. Maybe that wall's gone a bit blue on this edge as well. But yeah, I think I've figured out what's happened, and that is we are facing south here, and it's the summer, so we have had some sunshine, and I think, yeah, the sun's coming through the window and it seems to have bleached the colour out of the inkjet printed paper. Doesn't seem to have affected this, which is, I think this was done on a laser printer. But yeah, it seems to be starting to change colour on this here as well. So anyway, the upshot is we need to block this window at least while I'm not in the shed, and just open it up while I'm filming. So I need a quick solution, and I found a bit of the dust sheet that I used to cover the roof, or the ceiling rather. So I'm just going to try and rig something up very quickly with that and try and stop any more damage before it's happened. And Tilly is going to help me. There we go. That'll do the job. Literally just nailed the sheet up to there and wrapped it around a bit of wood at the bottom just to weight it down. And up and down a few times. That should do the job. And hopefully that's what was changing the colour of this road here. And that will now stop. If I do need any light in here for filming, I can just stick this on the nail at either end and open it up. Job done. Let's do a quick catch up before I get too far and forget to film some of my progress. Main thing I've been doing is putting in lights along the other side of the platform. So we've got these first 4 all wired in and working. I've run out of space on my just plug system for the moment, so I need to get another extender. And to be honest, I've been putting multiple lights into one socket, otherwise I'd have to buy millions of these things, so and they are quite expensive. So I think I limited it to 3 or 4 per, I think it was 4 per socket, which seems to work. I didn't want to risk any more. Probably not technically supposed to do that, but so far it's worked, so I'll let you know if anything goes wrong. But the main thing is, and the hardest bit, is actually drilling the hole and sort of routing the wire through underneath the baseboards. So that's the trickiest bit done. So yes, it's all been on this side of the platform, the progress, and we've got a fence painted and put up, and as I say, the lights and bushes and benches. There is a little sign on the end of that fence there, so little details like that. But there's not a great deal else on that platform. I need I think it's about there. I need another one of, where's it gone? These Arley sign. I'm missing that at the moment, but apart from that, I've put in a few milk churns which have vanished. Where have they gone? There we go. You can just see a few little milk churns down there, so little details like that. So we're up to there. And if we go back into the sort of yard bit, I've got this again. This one's not wired in, but need to sort of glue that to the right height. These are more lights, if I haven't said already, from Kytes Lights, Kytes Lights. And they've been pretty quick delivery and really good service. And the lights are really good. So I ran out of static grass, So I've just had a order come in. I like the knock grass, so I've had 2 big bags delivered, which should keep me going for a while. There's the other one. And I've just come to do it. I've done this little bit here, just sort of behind the bridge, and realised I've run out of PVA now. So I keep running out of bits and bobs. Obviously that needs all hoovering up. I did stick another, that's another thing, I've done another tarmac sheet over there because there was a bit of a jump up which looked really ugly. So I mean, I can hide all of this fairly easily. So that looks a bit better now. And yeah, I've got some more milk churns ready for there. But yeah, that needs a good hoover. I think I've stuck all of this down now. So yeah, all these sheds are stuck down, cafes stuck down, and I've had done a lot of studying of photos of the area and maps and stuff, and looking at some good aerial drone footage I found on YouTube. And this bit by the side of the cafe is actually sort of fenced off, hence this is ready. And there's actually not tarmac, this is going to be grassed over. Again, just need to get some PVA. One more thing. This was actually the thing I meant to mention, because once the PVA does come, it'll be covered up and I'll forget to put it in the video. But I've just neatened up the edges. I thought I had some decorator's caulk, but I couldn't find it. So I just used up some old grab adhesive, just sort of no more nails stuff, which seems to have worked pretty well. So I just splurged that in the gap all along, and that's levelled it off nicely and got a nice neat finish to the edge now. So once that's static grassed over, that should blend in very nicely. And sometime later, here we are. Static grass has been deployed to cover up that edge, and a few more patches as well. I've done along here up to the cafe, and this bit as well. As you can see, stuck some bushes in, and I found a plastic greenhouse kit in the spares box, so I built that and put that there. There is actually at Arley station a greenhouse there in the little garden bit, and we have another light and some fence around the entrance. And looking at photos of the place, there is a huge tree right about there. So I put that in. I dug my sea foam out and found the biggest bit I could find and covered that with the green scatter material, and actually stuck it on with varnish this time. It's just the fine turf stuff from Woodland Scenics, I believe. Yeah, actually didn't really have, I've run out of PVA, so I sprayed it with varnish, matte varnish, sprinkled it over and sprayed it again, and it works. I know some people use hairspray, I think, so varnish should be more than enough to do the job. So yeah, a lot more details over Arley, over this side of Arley station. There's one big thing missing. There are a few little details still to add in, but the one big thing, before I can move on to something else, either past down that bit or maybe pick another bit, maybe start over this end, I'm not sure. But the big blank space there is what I'm referring to. The station building needs building. A company called Timber Tracks do a O-gauge model, a 7mm model of Arley station, and that had some dimensions on it. So that's obviously been a big help, as it's fairly easy to convert between O-gauge and N-gauge, and it's given me some extra photos to add to the information I have on how I'm going to build this. So yeah, it's given me the measurements and a lot of views of different angles of the station that I didn't necessarily have. So far, all I've done is try and sort of translate that in terms of the front elevation. Obviously the windows and the doors are just rough, but the outline of the walls should be pretty much spot on. I've got my rough workings out up here. So yeah, it's going to be a tough one. I'm going to use my usual method of card and brick paper and just give it a go, really. I think I'll need to resort to York models for some of the bits. Let's try and get a bigger, there we go. I think they do some nice brackets, which will obviously come in handy for that bit. At the front where the canopy is, we've got a sort of box here. I'm just going to have to sort of split it down and try and simplify it as much as possible, but that is sort of one box with a roof. Obviously you've got the tricky bit being the canopy with the brackets. Then you've got a box going the other way, which is this bit, with the roof pitch going the other way. So I think I'm going to build those as two separate sort of boxes initially. It's just knowing where to start. There you can see the sort of middle box sticks out a bit further, and then you've got the bit on the end as well, which is another sort of box here, and then a little box on the end. So yeah, that's going to be a bit of a challenge, but hopefully next time I will have some progress to show you on that. Obviously want to get this video out. It's been a while since the last one, and I think if I leave it till I've finished this building, it's going to be a long time before I'm able to put out a layout update. So wish me luck. So there we are. Hope you enjoyed the update. We are very close now to finishing Arley, and yeah, hopefully next update I can show you my progress on the station building, and we can move on down to another part of the layout. So yeah, please hit the like button and subscribe. It really does help out to grow the channel, and yeah, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you soon.